there you are. Good morning, my lovelies, and I hope you slept well. How you doing? Who have I got? Gosh, only just turned on and there are 10 of you immediately. Well, this is wonderful. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sunday Lunch Live. And what are we going to do today? We are going to cook some roast beef and then we're going to shovel it down our little red lane. And I say we, I'm using a plural there. I mean, basically, I'm going to do it. You lot can do what you want. Or you can watch me or, you know, whatever. What sort of a morning have you had? I have had a lovely, relaxed morning. I had a bit of a lie-in. I didn't get up until 7. I know, lazy ass. Did my stretches, had a glass of hot water, and then just went out, took it easy today, did a 3-mile run just around the block here. The weather is, well, I mean the weather is pants, quite honestly. I know the storm's supposed to have buggered off, and it might have buggered off. This could just be standard Peak District winter, but it is blowing a hoolie, it's howling it down with rain, it's a bit pants, to be honest with you. My lovely Shawnee has buggered off to Tenerife, and who can blame him with weather like this? So yeah, we're going to make the best of a bad day, and a good way to make a bad day into a good day, beef. Beef is the answer. Well, wine is usually the answer, but beef can be the answer as well. You know, you can have a variety of answers. Pardon me while I just sort out my laundry. I'm a domestic god, don't you know? Right, Paulie Galtieri was first cup of drink, and he says, "Oh bugger, I've overslept. Right, better get up and get dressed." You better had. And of course, after last night's revelation, we now know that our friend Paulie Galtieri, his real name is Richard. So good morning, Richard. Hope you enjoyed your oversleeping. Hang out your washing on the Boaty line. Have you any dirty knickers, Boaty babes? Hang out your washing on the Boaty line. Let me sniff your dirty... No, don't say that. For goodness sake, it's Sunday, it's the Lord's Day. The Sabbath, decent people will be at church and you're talking about sniffing knickers. It's an absolute disgrace. Carolyn Wilde is with us, front row seat today, indeed. Lovely to have you. Carol C says, yum, yum, meat indeed. I love to watch you cook, Boat, says Skip. Well, thank you, Skip. I love being watched. I'm such a, no, don't say that either. I'm trying to be careful about things that you say. It's not much to ask. It's not midnight now. You might have decent people watching. Try and behave accordingly. Yeah, all right, don't nag. Have I got a dry doings? I should have said, oh, that's where that is. Oh, look, a nipple clamp. Hang out your washing on the... I haven't got one. You'd think I would have, wouldn't you? Oh well. Just have to make do, I suppose. Chaz Brown is with us. Hi, Boaty. How's it going? It's going all right, Chaz. How are you? Well, greetings one and all, says Ross. Hello, Ross. Hi, Boaty. Beef, glorious beef. Yep, indeed. Oh, hello. Ross is 3 glasses down. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well done, Russ. It's normally the other way around, isn't it? It's normally early morning for you, and it's me who's necking the vino. Oh, the storm's taken part of Chaz's shed roof off. Dear. Right then, let us crack straight on, shall we? Now, let's choose a potato po. Oh, Buddy and Nan is with us. Hello, Boaty and Pete. Hello to you. I think, oh, hello, what's that? Hey, what purchase from GoDaddy? Is this something else I should have cancelled and didn't? What about? Oh dear. Oh well. What was I doing? Ah yes, potato. Potato. I think we'll do, shall I do this chap or this chap? What do you reckon? This one or this one? I think this one has greater mass. Boaty, I enjoyed the Which Direction vlog video, says Russ. Oh good, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Russ. It's, you know what? This is the joy of YouTube. I spent money going to Snowdonia and, you know, put a bit of effort into making a video about it, completely died on its ass. Whereas just stand in your kitchen and have a bit of a moan about life and it'll do way better, double the views. So that is the answer to YouTube. Try less hard. Just make no effort. Don't wash, don't have a shower. Just stand in your kitchen or wherever it's convenient for you, have a good old moan about things and you'll become an overnight megastar. Jimmy 500 is with us. Afternoon, buggers. Thanks for reminding me, Boat. I must put on a wash. I'm out of clean underwear. Don't want to get a chill. Are you having lashings of horseradish with your beef? Asks Richard. Well, I'll be honest with you, no, I'm not. Because it is low tide at Horseradish Bay. So look, I can just about scrape a small portion out of that. But on the list for Monday is a visit to Chatsworth House Farm Shop and stocking up on the old, my favourite horseradish, which is Trackleman's Strong Horseradish Cream. Very much recommend. I'll tell you what, we'll leave this out because we don't want that being refrigerated, do we? We would like that at room temperature. Peter P is just back from IKEA. Are you a fan of Nigel Farage, says Skick? He's going up rapidly in the popularity ratings. A fan? No. There are very few people that I'm a fan of. I certainly wouldn't be a fan of Nigel Farage. I would probably enjoy getting drunk with Nigel Farage, but I wouldn't call myself a fan. Right, we need to make a decision on the potato. Right, I'm going to call it. I'm going with this one. I like the fact that it's quite flat. I woke up this morning, says Buddy and on, to see that Sean is now in Tenerife on holiday for the next 7 days. Isn't Sean always full of surprises? Well, indeed he is, except that obviously I've known about it for ages and ages and ages. So it didn't come as a surprise to me, and obviously, you know, we're chatting all the time, so I know what's going on. But in terms of the channel, then yeah, that would have been a surprise. Those of us in the know, we've been having a good old giggle at his Vlogmas videos. because certainly the first three, it was so obvious that he filmed them one after the other on the same day. He didn't even change his clothes. And then all of these little hints about, whoa, I shall need a holiday at this rate. And we're thinking, yeah, we know what you're doing there, mate. But good on him, good on him. When he first told me about planning it and whatnot, I thought, yeah, good for you, good for you. Good idea. He's getting some stick in the comments. You know, normal thing. Bloody, everybody's got an opinion, haven't they? And they're not afraid of sharing it. So, oh, good for you, Sean. Great idea. Yeah, get yourself off on holiday. You deserve it. Oh, I'd have stayed in Wales if I were you. I don't like Tenerife. It looks grey and boring and drab. They're only hotels. What are you doing out there? Why didn't you stay in Wales? You can't bloody win, honestly. You finally cracked the YouTube algorithm, says Ross. Scruffy, stinky and skinned. It's true. It's true. There is truth in that. You know, you look at my best performing videos, and, you know, best performing is, no, it's the wrong way to put it. Look at my least worst performing videos. They're not the ones where I'm enjoying myself or having fun or anything. Those die on their ass. The only ones that do any kind of decent figures are finally facing up to the realities of my financial situation, battling depression in middle age. These are the only ones that do anything. Oh dear. I knew what I was doing with that video yesterday. Because of the Snowdonia road trip thing, I didn't put out any videos for a couple of days. And then the Snowdonia video just died on its arse. Totally died on its arse. So my figures were right down and I thought, well, I need to get some bloody views in here. Get some watch hours up. It's December. It's when the advertisers pay the most. So I thought, well, I'll have to do something a bit clickbaity, won't I? And yes, facing a crossroads in life. Oh, put your age in as well. 53 years old. I mean, I almost titled it Nearly Dead and Facing a Crossroads in Life. If you actually want to do anything, it's ridiculous. Honestly, it is ridiculous. I mean, you guys are lovely. You guys are my friends. So you'll watch me having a good time and you'll say, oh, lovely that you're having a good time, Boaty, but nobody else will. You have to put up some really bad news to actually attract any new viewers. Oh, you have to laugh. Good afternoon, Boaty, says True Crime UK. Afternoon, Carl, how are you? Those are rather large potatoes you have there, Boaty. If that's not too personal, it's not. He took his jeffing tea calendar with him, says Peter P. Ross says, I have to announce that Dinah has, without any interaction from me, decided that her new car is non-binary, but called Henry. Called Henry. Carl Burton. It's true. This is brilliant. This is a title here. Nearly dead, broken, I've got the clap. Please don't skip the adverts. Do you know what? As a bit of a laugh, for a joke, I'm gonna call a video. Let me screenshot that. Right, I've screenshotted that. Right, next week, one of the Daily Diary videos, I will call it Nearly Dead, Broken, I've Got the Clap. Oh, Godfathers. Please don't skip the ads. Yeah, bless him, says Buddy. He even took his Advent tea calendar as well as a box of Yorkshire for backup. Oh, yeah. Bloody typical British tourist, eh? Don't drink that foreign tea. Probably got a tin of Heinz baked beans in his case as well. Nearly dead, broken, I've got the clap. Oh, well done, Carl, that is genius. Actually, that would make a really good channel name, wouldn't it? I'm genuinely going to do that. I'm genuinely going to give a video that title this week. Let's see how it does. With a title like that, viral video in the post, methinks. Oh, Alan's with us, Alan Simpson. Good arvo, Mr. Boatdrinks. Watching you with a mince pie for company. Oh, they do make nice company a mince pie, don't they? I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do this potato. I'm going to do the other one. I'm like that. A girl's entitled to change her mind. What have I done with me peeler? I had it a minute ago. Ah, here it is. Nearly dead, broken and clapped out. Sounds like a Hubnut video title also, says Richard. It does actually, doesn't it? Thank God we can laugh. But on a serious note, although I did make the title and thumbnail a little bit clickbaity, admittedly, thank you for your response to that video. That was all very genuine, very honest, and as silly as it sounds, just talking it over with you. I mean, I know I wasn't really talking it over with you, but oh, hello, it's Shawnee. No, there isn't any bloody mint sauce. You're on the same time as us, aren't you? I did watch your video this morning. You little tinker, you little scamp. Bloody mint sauce. I bet you he's taking a jar of mint sauce with him. He'll be going there in that beautiful 5-star resort hotel, trundling down to dinner with his tea bags in one pocket and a jar of Coleman's mint sauce in the other. I'm not having foreign mint sauce. Hotel looks lovely, Sean. Right, so if you've just joined us, welcome to Sunday Lunch Live with me, Boaty, and I'm going to show you how to make a vaguely adequate roast beef lunch in it. And what I'm doing at the moment, and forgive me being technical, I am undressing a potato. I'm like that. Oh God, you can't beat undressing something on a Sunday lunchtime, can you? Oh, happy memories. Right, that's about that. one more little trim. Bosh. Boom. And indeed, wallop. Where's my doings? What I shall do now, darlings, is I shall take this little chopping board. I shall place this potato on said chopping board. I will take what is known in the trade as a bloody great knife and I will cleft the potato pole in twain. Now, don't do this yourself unless you are being supervised by a responsible adult. Right then, darlings, our potato has been successfully cleft in twain, as you can possibly see. What we will do now is we will go into the saucepan cupboard and we will take out the saucepan vark, the little saucepan, and we are going to fill this. Right, come on class, what are we going to fill the saucepan vark with? After three, 1, 2, 3, moist water. Well done. You've been paying attention. So the saucepan vark is filled with moist water. We'll clear the decks here and move the steamer and the pasta pot. So we've got a bit of room to manoeuvre. And do remember, manoeuvre is very nearly French for my eggs, but it isn't completely. And we'll pop the clefted in twain potato pole into the moist water and we will turn on the heat. Let's pretend we're in Tenerife with Shawnee, shall we? We're not jealous of you at all, Sean. You out there running the sun cream, rubbing the sun cream into your winter cardigan. That's fine. You just enjoy yourself. Don't you worry about us. We're fine. Yeah, there's been a bit of a storm. You know, a couple of people have died. There's been quite a lot of destruction, but we'll be fine. Don't worry about us. You just enjoy yourself. Keep on abusing the room service. Hello, reception. It's Sean James Cameron here, room 21. I've run out of mint sauce again. Right. The potato clothes that are now no longer needed, we will dispose of these in what our French cousins would call la poubelle. La poubelle, otherwise known as the bin. People love the misery of others. Absurd misery is even better. Oh, and Sean popped in, people were saying hello to him. Nearly dead, broken and clapped out, Belingo for sale. Oh, dear. Welcome to Claptrap. Stickers and hoodies available in the Claptrap store. It is a bit like that, to be fair. Are all of the women of the community slaving away over the kitchen stove? Asked Carol C. Oh, that's a point, isn't it? That's a point. I don't know. I'll tell you what all the women of the community are doing. They're all making bloody Vlogmas videos. That's what they're all doing. You can't move on YouTube for bloody Vlogmas videos. Everywhere you bleeding look. How I fixed Bob and Bella the Belingo with the help of Scott. I still think we need a Boaty's World Calendar. Yeah, an ironic calendar. We'll do it next year. Oh God, the number of things that we're going to do next year. It's always next year. Crikey, you could do some damage with that kniffer. Yeah, it's a good knife, that one. It's one of my favourite knives. No, says Carolyn, just sitting here with the couple, watching Boaty do all the work. Brendan Brady fan is with us and says, hello Boaty, hello to you. What are you adding to the gravy today, asks Paulie Galtieri. Well, a slurp of wine, because why wouldn't you? And maybe a bit of horseradish. I hope Sean's homestead is okay and his cottage. Well, I hope so too, Carol, but, you know, he's sunning himself in Tenerife. He can't be worried about that sort of thing. Bloody hell, it's horrible out there. Dear, oh dear. It's absolutely piling down with rain. The wind's calmed down a little bit. There has been some devastation. My muck bucket has been blown over. Thoughts and prayers, darlings. Oh, dear me. Horrid out there. Right, I tell you what I could do with my lovelies, being quite honest with you. I could do with some drinkage. So, and when it comes to drinkage, you know there's only one choice. Vimto, the drink of champions. Or something like that. Sean has his Yorkshire tea. I have my Derbyshire Vimto. Does anybody else have a water jug in the fridge? I love having a water jug in the fridge, and the reason I love it is because my grandmother always had one, and I always thought that was a wonderful thing, and now I've got one. And this is also a memory of Chinese Madam, because Chinese Madam, who lived with me for 1 year and didn't pay a single penny towards rent or bills or anything, Chinese Madam sold me this at cost price at what it owed her. As a thank you, she didn't charge me any profit on it. Heart of gold, that woman, an absolute heart of gold. Right, so where are we on the lunch? Well, as you can possibly see, the potatoes are acquiring some heat and doing their thing. The beef is out of the fridge because that needs to come up to room temperature, and well, that's about it really, isn't it? What time should we aim for? Should we aim for, well, we'll aim for 2, but it'll probably end up being the Chinese dentist again as usual. Alan says, in much the same way that Boku could also be handsome arse. Yeah, Beau meaning beautiful, handsome. Cou, well, arse in French slang is cool, but close enough. I've been called worse, says Alan. Brendan Brady fan says, I watched one of your live stream replays when you did quite a lot of farts. Is that why your cottage is called Windy Bottom? Lol. No, it's not, but you could be forgiven for thinking that. The cottage is called Windy Bottom because the lane that it's on is called Bottom Row, and it's always really, really, really windy. Life squeak, says Peter P. Jimmy Quinn is with us. Good afternoon, Boaty. Does that mean they came to a poo bell end? A poo bell end. Carol C is watching 00 Garage Vlogmas. Oh, God, then. Is anybody else all Vlogmas out? It's all I'm bloody seeing. And then jumped onto my YouTube feed this morning and bloody Carol's done one as well now. God above. I think that this channel will remain a proudly Vlogmas free zone. When all the world goes one way, I will go the other. Don't forget to take the beef out your fridge for 30 minutes or more before cooking it. I was ahead of you. The beef has been out of the fridge since 11:30. Did you listen to the F1 qualies? Asked Carol C. I caught up with them very late last night, but I was very tired and I can't remember what happened. I think it wasn't it a McLaren lockout, a McLaren 1-2, I seem to recall. It was very late. 30 minutes to the race. It's calm here in the Emerald Isle, says Jimmy, and sunny but cold, no rain. Yes, I've got a water jug, says Richard, but the filters are a pain. I always forget to change them. Does Derbyshire Vimto not work in that place opposite the restaurant? Right, for those who don't know, there is a good old-fashioned brothel, knock-in shop, massage parlour, whatever you want to call it, opposite the restaurant. Good afternoon, lovely people, says Diane Sturdy. Tricia Oldman joins us. Good afternoon, Boaty and all bugs. Here come the ladies. Brendan says, Brendan Brady fan says, thanks for explaining that with your cottage, Boaty. I'm still learning. There we are. There we are. Oh, Stu's with us. Afternoon all. The farts and talks with mustard in the caravan have had me in stitches. Many hours of laughs, just brilliant. Oh, that's kind, thank you. Carol will be getting up soon to start preparing their Sunday dinner. Glazed gammon with parsley sauce. Oh, and I was correct about the F1. So is this storm finished or is there more in Wales? Asks Sean. Somebody else can answer that. I don't know what's going on in Wales. It's still going on here in the Peak District. Or if it's not the storm, then it's just standard Peak District bloody winter. It's absolutely hurling it down. The wind has dropped a bit, but it was gale force first thing. I was up early this morning and I went out for a little 6-mile run, and it was properly gale force. There were obviously I can't measure it exactly, but there were gusts of certainly over 140 miles an hour. My wig was blown off at one point. Opposite the restaurant, you say, says Carl. Back in a bit. Boaty, did you make your fleece out of the curtains? No. But, yeah, I suppose there is a bit of a match there, isn't there? This fleece, like every other item of clothing that I own, I have had for, I don't know, 20 years or something. I haven't bought clothing in, well, I mean, I've never bought clothing, really. Any clothing that I own has been bought for me by a partner or wife type person. I'm no good at buying clothes. Carl, ask for Emma, says Peter P. Buddy and Ann says, who else loves mint sauce on everything like Sean does? Nobody, I imagine. Still windy, but not as bad as yesterday, says Carol. And mint sauce on lamb, and that's it. Ask for a Himalayan special, Carl, says Ross. Stews on these sausage butties, nothing wrong with that. I watch Living with a Classic Christmas special, says Richard. Adam has a brilliant car collection at his home in Sweden. Yesterday he replaced an engine in his Daimler XJ40 with the help of a friend. Really sad to see Flan didn't appear getting damaged. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Carol C is wearing a cardigan that she knitted for her husband in 1984. You see, that's back in the day, stuff used to be made to last, didn't it? Back in the old days. Right, what time is it? Okay, we'll keep an eye on things. He didn't and doesn't wear cardigans, says Carol C. Well, why did you knit him one then? What did I do with... Oh, did I not get it? Oh, hang on. Oh, God. I think this handkerchief has seen better days. Yeah. I'm not throwing it though, it's still perfectly functional, nothing wrong with that. I'm only going to blow my bloody nose on it. This is what we want. My favourite drying tea towel. Oh, and that is Cyprus, and I used to live, where are we? Hold on. Somewhere about there. All right, let's get this on a radiator. The central heating is on, darlings, and it is set to a toasty 19 degrees. Buddy Anon says, ditto, only mint sauce on lamb for me. It's a chunky cable one, says Carol C. I wanted to change his style, but I didn't succeed. Ladies, don't ever take on a chap thinking that, well, I'll change him. You won't. You won't. Get one that's how you want them to be immediately, because you won't change your buggers. They don't know they're born these days, says Stu. They don't. Alan says, I now have work colleagues who are younger than some of my clothes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I totally get that. You can't beat jumpers from a charity shop made in the 80s or 90s, says Richard. You can definitely tell the difference from a modern equivalent. Snap, snap with my husband's hankies, says Carol C. R.I.P. the sweater shop. The sweater shop. We only have mint jelly down here, says Ross. One of the many differences that I have to contend with. That and the cheap petrol, constant sunshine, lack of emission regulations and general happiness. All right. Nobody likes to show off. Steve says my meter isn't recording, so I get free electricity. No. Well, lucky you. Charge your phone up. Just wash the potato off my big knife. And clean up my peeler. Job's a good one. Oh, Ross, it's a hard life, says Diane. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Right, how are we doing? The spuds are just about coming to a simmer. Oh, hold on. Let me just check this. Bloody Carol's getting a bit saucy, isn't she, with her video descriptions? And the other one, it was struggling with a massive knob or something. And today's video is struggling with erections. I do enjoy grey poupon mustard with beef and steak, says Richard. Crank it to a balmy 25 degrees. 25 degrees, no. Yes, indeed, Carol. Yeah. Carol A, not Carol C. Struggling with erections, indeed. And the ironic thing is, darlings, is that she posted that video at a time in the morning where, if you're a chap, you will probably not be struggling with an erection. Oh, the old morning glory, you know. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Know what I mean, Harry? Oh, bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, half a swimming pool full of water just got shunted off the cottage roof. Dear oh Lord. Ugh. Ugh. Carol Ann had a good giggle playing with the knob and the shaft. Yeah, she certainly did. And believe it or not, she broke the habit of a lifetime and actually edited it. She had to edit that bit because apparently she was snorting with laughter and it wasn't very comely. Whereas with me, I just, it normally happens on the live stream when I lose the plot and I just snort at you and you have to put up with it. A very good afternoon, Boaty, and everyone, says the lovely Andrew Butty Geek. Have I missed any? Have I missed much? No, bugger all, just the normal crap. Big plane flying over, says Carol C. National anthems being played. Oh, right, we're talking about the F1. You can get it grained, says Richard, and it's made with white wine instead of vinegar. Oh, this is the poupon mustard. There are TV ads on YouTube with the bloke from Yes Minister in a Rolls Royce. Oh, there we are. Right. Keep an eye out for that then, darlings. Right, so what do we need to prepare? We need to top and tail the beans, prepare the shallot. Let's get the roasting tray ready. We can put last night's curry spoon away. Oh, now then, Road trip news, darlings. There's gonna be another road trip before Christmas. Same place. And that will be a week tomorrow. And the current plan is to take Yvette carte blanche. Haven't looked at the weather yet. Actually, let's have a look at the weather, shall we? Let's have a look at the weather. Check it here first, see what it's going to be like. So not tomorrow, but the Monday afterwards. Oh, standard. Rain. Rain all day. Fantastic. It's going to be warm. High of 9 degrees, but yeah, look. Rain all day, darlings. Oh, Tuesday. A little bit colder, but some sunshine. Right, that's here. Let's have a look at Carnarvon. Carnarvon next Monday is good. Oh, fucking hell. Rain all day. On the Monday, but then on the Tuesday, slightly colder, rain all day. Bloody marvellous, isn't it? Eh? Bloody marvellous. Solid. We'll make the best of it. We'll do things slightly differently. We'll stay in the pub. I want to go to that Black Boy pub, and we'll just stay in the pub all night. I'll just randomly interview people in the pub. I'll take the hedgehog of truth with me, and just wander around the pub saying, "Here, hold this hedgehog. When did you last change your underwear?" Last race of the season, says Carol C. Who will win the Manufacturers' Championship? McLaren. McLaren will win. Stu's got 2 weeks worth of washing up to do. The weather has time to change, says Carol C. True. Almost Then is with us. My first time tuning in live for a Sunday lunch. Hello, Boaty and the Boatomaniacs. Hello to you. I need to get a Daimler for the summer, says Richard, with walnut veneer picnic tables and film Boaty having his lunch in the back. Oh, I'm up for that. Forgive me for my ignorance, Boaty, goes on Almost Then, but what is the origin story for the Hedgehog of Truth? Well, good question, actually. Good question. I can't immediately think of the answer. The Hedgehog of Truth came with the caravan that that Mustard and I were given, and the hedgehog was in there. I can't remember exactly how the hedgehog became the Hedgehog of Truth, but it would have happened over a Mustard and Boaty do lunch in the caravan thing, and I think it was me decided that the hedgehog should be the arbiter of truthful answers to insanely inappropriate and personal questions. That was the original. I think that was my original premise, because I get pleasure from asking Mustard outrageously personal questions that he squirms and evades and finds various ways to never answer them. So I think I came up with the Hedgehog of Truth idea to try and force him to nail his trousers to the mast and actually answer a bloody question. I'm pretty sure that's right. Bad Book says, Paulie, I dread to think what Boaty has done in the back of a Daimler. Oh, hello, Bad Books is with us. Hello, mate. Oh, dear. Right. Pop the hedgehog back down there. Right, let us open up the beef to the open air, shall we? Prickly subject, says Stu, yes. What I've done in the back of a Daimler. I can't immediately think of any stories regarding Daimlers. There will be some. I did some appalling things in the back of the Queen Mother, God rest her. Her favourite Rolls Royce, originally owned by United Artists, Charlie Chaplin, Douglas Fairbanks Jr. and the bird, whoever she was, I forget. Yeah, I did outrageous things in the back of that car. Absolutely outrageous. Locked the showroom doors and, oh dear. Depraved. I was depraved, darlings. Has the buying of used cars gone out of the window now? Asked Skip. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily at all. The hedgehog of truth is the poor man's lie detector, says Andrew Buttigieg, and indeed, yes, indeed. Let your beef breathe, that is indeed the idea. Ross says it was a threesome with Boaty, Mustard and Hedgie. Things were done and Hedgie was told to never tell the truth. God, this is hard work. Oh, there we are. Oh, dear me. There we go, darlings. The beef, lovely looking piece of beef it is too. The beef can now indeed breathe. So, how are my spuds doing? Oh, my spuds are getting there. We're all good. We're all good. Right, I've got a plate out for warming. We can put some washing up away. You saved the hedgehog of truth from the slugs, says Richard. I did. And I brought it here to live a better life than the poor sod was having in the yard. Would you class it as a positive, dealing cars without mustard? Yes, I would, Skick. Here's the short and easy answer to that. Yes. But not as much fun. Four glasses down, says Ross. Good man. Mighty beef, that, says Steve. Carol C says, I find the covers impossible to get off. I usually get a sharp knife to break the seal. Oh, that's cheating. Buddy and says, Boaty, I know you're well travelled, so I wonder if you've ever visited any of the Canary Islands. And the answer to that is no. I haven't. It's quite a bizarre list of places that I've travelled to, and when I say travelled, I've never really done the holiday thing. If I travelled somewhere, then 99 times out of 100 it meant I would live there for a reasonable period of time. Not in a hotel, not in a touristy area. I like to rent a house or a villa or an apartment or whatever, and try and live the local life too, because you know that's the only way you get the true sense of what a country or a culture or a community is like. So if you stay in a hotel and have a full English breakfast and Walker's crisps are available in the bar along with Carling Black Label, you're not getting a real sense of the culture or the country or anything, are you? So I like to spend a good bit of time there, live the local life, try and pick up the local language or bits of it, you know, and live like a local, shop, whatever. And kind of for those reasons, there's a lot of the obvious touristy places that I've simply never been to. So no, never been to the Canary Islands. I've never been to Tenerife. Many places I haven't been to, but you know, then conversely, I've been to places where other people wouldn't think of going. Ukraine, for example, not many other people in the very early 2000s, when you didn't go to Ukraine if you were a Westerner because the risk was too great. You know, most people would be sensible and they would go to Tenerife or Greece or, you know, wherever. Not me, I went and lived in Ukraine, didn't I? And had a laugh. Well done, Ross, says Carol C. That must be a bottle, 4th glass. That would be good if there was a jingle about a tinkle. Red or white wine, asks Carol C. And Ross says, always red. Carol recommends La Gomara, I guess that's one of the Canary things, in the traditional heritage Spanish hotel, Paradors. Knob is nuts, exactly, Stu. Canary Islands are good, says Ross. Almost bought a place there in 2001. Skik says, you like to study paperwork, I've noticed, and also researching. I do. I think you could make a go of flipping cars. I intend to do it, Skik. I intend to do it, but I need to... It's the whole chain of things, isn't it? It's one of my plans to do, but I need money to do it, and that means that I need the Airbnb, and then we're back into the same old, yeah, it's not happening yet. But yeah, I've got specialists just down the road from me. They're good guys, I trust them, they will work with me. So yeah, it is something I plan to do, and do it in my own way. It's all just volcanic rock, says Ross. The island was good enough for Columbus, says Carol C. Carol Ann living in the moment says, hi everyone, what are we cooking today? The woman of my dreams. You poor thing, struggling with erections first thing this morning. Slam it in the bathroom door, that's what works for me. What are we cooking today? Well, I can't show you, darling. I can't show you because you are a vegetalist for very good reasons, and you would be offended if I were to show you my meat. So I will keep it out of sight. Well, actually, no, forget that. I'm cooking a lovely nut roast, Carol. That's what I'm cooking, a lovely vegetarian nut roast there. That's right, with fresh vegetables and grass and corn and ethically farmed Weetabix. It's going to be lovely. You'll love it. Caroline with the loose nubs. Stu has been watching Kebab Connoisseur on YouTube. A funny Croatian guy. Buddy Anon says, I've had some lovely holidays on 3 of the Canary Islands. Now you're on about your meat. Look, don't you start, right? Your channel, young lady, is taking an outrageous turn. It's absolutely appalling. 1 minute you're banging on about knobs and knob covers and the difficulties of grasping a shaft, and then just a day or so later and you're banging on about early morning erections, and you're a lady. You have no idea about problematic early morning erections unless you're a chap. I hear you're a bullshitter now, Father, says Peter B. Boaty, what is that t-shirt under the fleece? The t-shirt under the fleece is, I want you to suck on my chocolate salty balls. Good old chef. Correct, Peter P. Ah, yes, that one, of course, says Russ. Oh, the F1's on the formation lap. Thank you, Carol C. Right, we'd better start doing some actual prep, hadn't we? 'Cause it's, right. So what we'll do, spuds are nearly there. So, what we will do, this is where we need to get our hands a little bit dirty, darlings. So, I'm going to take some really good olive oil, the old extra virgin, much like myself. And we will drizzle our nut roast with the old olive oil. And then, now when it comes to cooking, darlings, don't be afraid to use your hands. That is what the FSM gave you hands for, to use them. If you see something and you think, God, I'd love to get my hands around that, then fine, do it. So, using my hands, I will just gently massage the olive oil. Oh, let's have that off. I will gently massage the olive oil into my meat as if I was massaging coconut oil into Carol's winter cardigan. And then, having done that, we will season it. But when it comes to the seasoning, darlings, pepper only, no salt. Because salt is not very good for you. Yes, we need a little bit of salt in our diet, but to be honest, you know, if you eat bread, if you eat one slice of bread per day, that is all of the salt that you need that day. So there's enough salt in the crap that most of us eat. We don't need to be adding any more during the cooking or dressing of things, really. So I'm going to season the beef purely with pepper, and then I'm just going to bang a bit of the same olive oil into the roasting tray. And I'm just going to whiz that around all of the tray like so. Fantastic. I'm going to lightly season the tray as well. And then I'm going to bang that in the oven to get some heat into it before we pop our lovely beef in, and our lovely parboiled potatoes, which I'm just going to wait until they just start fluffing up at the edges, and then we'll bang them in the roasting tin, and those lovely crinkly edges will absorb all of the beautiful beef juice and the beautiful nut roast juice, and they will be absolutely lovely. If you've just joined us, then a warm welcome to Sunday Lunch Live with me, Boaty, and the Boaty's World community. And today we are cooking a beautiful vegan Sunday lunch, because I am on a mission to tell the world that being vegan, as I am, doesn't mean that you have to survive on grass and houseplants. You can make a delicious vegan Sunday roast, and we can do it together. Now then, let's have a look at, where do we get to? Brilliant t-shirt, says Andrew. Richard says, I think Boaty would enjoy watching South Park. I loved South Park. I haven't watched it for ages, but back in the day, I had all of the South Park videos, VHS. I had the lot. I can even remember the individual episodes. Episode 1 was Cartman Gets an Anal Probe. I loved South Park. Respect my authority. And Mel, my cabaret partner and business partner and best friend, we had a mad thing where we had a Christmas Day tradition where we would watch the same South Park episode every Christmas Day, and it was an episode called The Red Badge of Gayness. Silly little tradition. God, I should do that this year. Oh, I'll be at work, won't I? I don't get to do it. Well, maybe I could do it on Boxing Day, just for old time's sake and memories of. I'll watch The Red Badge of Gayness this Christmas. Oh dear, happy memories. Lights out, says Carl. I'm only here while I have lunch, says Caroline. And then I'm off for a drive in the camper. Good for you. Good for you. Oh. I'll finish you off later, Boaty. Oh, oh dear. That moment when your dreams come true, eh? I'll be ready and waiting, my lovely. Boaty massaging his meat in the kitchen. Oh, Boaty left hanging. Just having a drive around Carol C, get myself acquainted with her, as Carol, talking about the Nettie, the motorhome. Boaty is like the male Nigella, all this meat and banging talk. I often finish off Boaty in the morning, says Carol C. And I'm very grateful. Oh dear. Yeah, let's not get on to me and the dear, oh God. Oh, mornings. Yeah. Delicious Sunday vegan roast sounds like a good title. And then just watch the comment section explode. Oh, good idea. Good idea. You've got to be a little gay, so Stu, it's healthy. There you go. Oh, yes, Andrew, I remember this one. Robert Smith versus Barbara Streisand. Mecca Streisand. Yeah, I remember that. Well, thank you for popping by, Carol, and have a good drive in Nettie, and yeah, enjoy getting to grips with each other. It can be a bit scary, you know, getting your hands on and getting to grips with something that you've previously been unfamiliar with, but it can be a voyage of discovery and joy. You might make mistakes, but hey, you'll soon get properly into the swing of things. That's what I find anyway. I totally agree, says Buddy and I. Me and the missus have always rented rooms or villas while on holidays. Oh, right, yeah. It's the way to go, darlings. Right, let's take the heat off the potato peas. They're almost ready to go. The roasting tray is in the oven. Right, now when it comes to your beef, we've done the important things. We've brought it out of the fridge. The nut roast. We've brought the nut roast out of the fridge. We've let it come up to room temperature. We've let it breathe. We've given it a nice massage with some nice oil. You know, before you go about just banging the meat in, don't just bang your meat in thoughtlessly. It's not the way. You know, a little bit of preparation is nice. A nice little massage with some oil. Let it relax, let it chill out, let it get in the mood, and only then bang your meat in. Don't just be opening the door and bosh, it won't work, honestly. Your nut roast will respond to thoughtful, sensual, sensuous treatment. It's the way forward, trust me. And you can't beat a bit of that on a Sunday lunch. Are we still talking about the camper? Possibly not, says Ross. You started it. that can go into the bin. Okay, right, well, the moment of truth is arriving, darlings. I'm going to drain the moist water from the potatoes. Oh, these are perfect. These are perfect. Now, I should use a drainer, you know, a strainer, a colander, that type of thing. But that's more washing up, and I can't be asked. There we go. They're nicely done. Right, so now, bear in mind we've had the roasting tin in the oven for a little while now. Oh, and when it comes to the temperature of the oven for your beef, I haven't got a clue. Just bang it. If you've got a little knobby, put it somewhere about halfway probably. I don't know. Don't worry. Right. My tip on cooking beautiful nut roast fake beef thing. Don't obsess. Don't obsess over the temperature of the oven, but just don't have it too high. Don't have it on maximum or anything like that. Otherwise, you know, anywhere in a normal region, it'll be fine. And don't worry about the length of time that it's going to be in there. And don't follow the packaging guidelines, right? Forget them. Don't forget them. Don't read them in the first place. Forget about it. I've told you all a million times, but I will do it again. When you cook beef, you do it by feel, by touch. It's the only way, because every joint of beef, of meat, is different. Every oven is different. So you can't go on a recipe, you can't go on cooking guidelines, you have to go by touch. And let me show you again how you do it, right? So what you're going to do when you're assessing your beef and whether it's cooked as you want it to be, and again, if you're not going to cook your beef rare or medium rare, or as the French call it, à point, if you're going to cook it any more than that, do yourself a favour, don't cook it at all, right? If you're going to overcook beef, just don't cook it. It's an insult to the cow. So, this is how you check. Right, so imagine that you're poking your beef with your finger. It's the only way to do it, right? Hold your hand like that, prod that part. Now, if your beef feels like that, it's rare. Now touch your thumb to your first finger. If the beef feels like that, medium rare. Third finger, if it feels like that, that's medium. Fourth finger, if it feels like that, that's medium well. And fifth finger, if your beef feels like that, it's totally fucked, throw it away. Treat your meat with love, says both Stu and Andrew, and you're both entirely correct. Gas mark 6, asked Andrew? I don't know. I don't know anything about gas marks. 180 degrees, says Ross. Fan forced, asked Andrew. I don't know. Until the room fills with smoke, says Ross. How to finger your beef, says Peter Pete. Yeah, it's... Right. Okay, here we have got our hot from the oven roasting tray. Come with me. Oh, other way. Okay, so we're going to take our beef and again, don't be afraid to use your hands. One side, flip it over, other side, and then just seal it all the way around like that. There you go. And that side is seasoned. I hadn't seasoned the other side, so I'll do that now. And just chuck your potatoes in as well. I will add the shallots at a later date. Let me just give my hands a quick swill. Seal in the juicy goodness. Indeed. Indeed. Beefology lessons. Right, so I seasoned one side of the beef. I'm now going to season the other side and season the spuds. Again, just pepper, no salt. Right, front and centre again, please. Thank you. And then I'm just going to slam it in, darlings. Slam it in. Here we go. Bosh. Right. That can stay there. We'll use that when it comes out. And again, you know, the other really important thing with the beef, you know, we've done all the foreplay. We've slammed it in. Don't forget afterwards. You know, you need to make sure that the beef rests. And the general rule of thumb is, after cooking, the beef needs to rest for at least as long as it was cooking for. So that's the rule of thumb for that. Okay. Let's get our shallot. And let's prep the shallot, shall we? So top and tail, and then we're simply going to undress. Before I do that, actually, I'll have another third of this. What's the weather doing out there? Oh, still pants. Will you stop dripping on me? I swear to God the roof does it on purpose. Swing your girl if she ain't too tall, with a head in the kitchen and feet in the hall. Ah, that's better. Right, what were we doing? Oh, we were about to undress our little shallot, weren't we? That's what we were doing. Let's have a look at the comments. Oh, first time commenting, says Tom Hicks. Tom? I think that's Tom, isn't it? I apologise if I've got that wrong. But welcome. Thank you for your first comment, and a very warm welcome to the community. What do you do with chocolate ganache, Boaty? Asks Ross. I haven't got a bastard clue, Ross. Not a clue. I don't cook desserts because I don't eat desserts. I don't do anything with chocolate. I couldn't make a dessert if my life depended on it. I know how to cook things that I want to eat. If I want to eat something, I learn how to cook it. I haven't always done that. I used to go to nice restaurants and pay a lot of money for people who knew how to cook things to cook them for me, and I used to eat them. But then I became poor. So now if there's a nice food thing that I want to eat, then I've got to learn how to cook it myself. But I don't eat dessert. I don't have a sweet tooth. I don't like anything sweet. Chocolate I will eat once or twice a year, a tiny, tiny little bit. Some years I don't eat any at all. So I haven't got a clue, Ross. Sorry, I'm not your man for a chocolate ganache. Unless you're being, unless you're talking metaphorically and you're talking about a little trip up the chocolate ganache, in which case I would recommend adopting a nice relaxed position and plenty of lube. When it comes to that kind of thing, too much lube is never enough. He's an enlightened being, folks, says Stu. And Tom says, advice on how to be more upbeat. You always seem to be happy, and it's genuinely brilliant to see. Oh, well, that's kind. Do I always seem to be happy? I suppose well, the thing is that when I'm with you guys, then I am happy. And I've done hundreds of these live streams now. God knows how many hundred, but I've probably done, what have I done? Like 800 live streams, something like that. And there have been live streams where I've started off in a really bad mood. I've been unhappy, or I've been feeling ill, or I've been feeling depressed, or whatever. But I never end up finishing that way because we have fun together and it always cheers me up. But generally speaking, in terms of advice, my only advice would be allow yourself to take joy wherever you can. And that might sound like a silly thing to say, but I honestly don't think it is. A lot of people, I've realised as I've got older, they deny themselves joy. They don't allow themselves to feel joy. So my advice would be to make the effort, and it is an effort sometimes, make the effort to take joy anywhere that you can. So, eating, for example, right? Now, when you're depressed, it's the easiest thing in the world to eat crap convenience food, because when you're feeling depressed, you can't be asked. You feel lethargic, sluggish, can't be asked to do anything, and you end up eating some dreadful food, some pink cuisine, you know, a takeaway or a microwave meal. And the ironic thing is that that's just going to end up making you feel worse. People don't realise the massive connection between food and emotional well-being and mental health. There is a very, very definite connection there. So one bit of advice would be turn every meal into a joy. All right? Plan it and enjoy the planning. It'll give you a focus. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling low, then anything that gives you a focus and adds a bit of routine is only going to be good for you. So plan a meal, enjoy the planning, and make an occasion out of it, even if you're just on your own. Don't eat it on your lap in front of the telly box. Lay the table, make an occasion out of it, even if you're on your own. Because at the end of the day, you are all you've got. I am all I've got. You might have other people around you, but at the end of the day, you're all you've got, and you're worth it. You're worth making a fuss of. So, yeah, plan a meal, make an occasion of it, enjoy the actuality of the cooking. If you can't cook, then just try and improve and take a bit of pride and make something really nice to eat and take joy from it. And do that with everything in life. Just make an effort to take joy. Listen to a song that you love and just stop and spend 3 minutes being at one with the song, or poetry, or, you know, whatever it is that brings you joy. Bird song, beautiful scenery. Get out and surround yourself with scenery. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking piffle waffle. What I'm not doing is concentrating on undressing this shallot, but there we are. Nearly done. Okay. Right, so Mr. Shallot is properly undressed now. What else have we got to prep? We've got to do the beans, haven't we? Let's have a look at the comments. Boaty the beefologist. So, oh, are you still here, Carol? So basically, let the beef have a nap after the roasting. Yeah, basically, let it just chill out. You know, let it relax, enjoy the moment, just, you know, elongate elongate the pleasure. Don't just think, right, that's it. Just keep it going for a while. So I take it not the best time for a bask in the garden then. Andrew, oh my God, the basking, yeah. Of all of the things that I don't miss about that period of my life, then the basking in the garden would be the one. For those who don't know, for a period, everything in the cottage had to bask. So the cottage had to be emptied, and anything that would move had to be taken out into the garden for a day of basking, which came as a new concept to me, but apparently it's not just an Asian thing, apparently it's a European thing as well. My friend Jo, who we've been close friends for many years, and I used to spend a lot of time on her place. She had a 17th century cider farm in very rural Normandy with a couple of gîtes on there, and I used to spend incredible lengths of time in the gîte, but she took me to task on this and said, we do it here in France. As soon as spring begins, then the shutters are opened and everything goes out for a bask. Stu says, I can see the high peak from my 10th floor in Sale, looking in your direction. Big rain are coming. It's been big rain all bloody morning, so it's not just coming, it's just more big rain coming would be the way to say it. Tom's dealing with a dangerous hangover. Oh, right. Oh, and yes, it is Tom. Thank you, Boaty. Oh, you're welcome. Oh dear, hangover. Well, my hangover tip would be don't get one in the first place. And I'm not saying don't drink, because where's the fun in that? But if you're going to be having a session, then alternate your drinks. Have one glass of wine and then have one glass of water. Hangover is caused by dehydration, basically. It's dehydration of the body and most particularly the brain. If you keep yourself hydrated whilst drinking by alternating water and alcohol, then you won't suffer the next day. If you've got a hangover, what can you do? Tough it out. Bacon sandwich, plenty of fluids. Boaty, can you do a Frank Spencer impression and improvising with props? No, I can't do impressions. Oh, Betty, no, I can't do it. That's the kind of ganache I could deal with, says Ross. You and me both, mate. You and me both. Appearances can be deceptive, says Stu. We've all got our black dogs, and that is very true. I make no secret of the fact that that if I wasn't quite careful, then I could, potentially go down the black dog route. Good advice, says Stu. Right, I'm off, says Carol. Getting out before the rain comes. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. Take care, my lovely. Have a good drive. Oh, you've probably already gone. And Stu's planning a sausage butty. Richard says, some great points, Boaty. Ship food affects me and alters my mood and cripples my body. Indeed, it is a thing. The garage down the road, the cars stick around. Is that due to the quiet area, I skip? No, it's due to the stupid pricing. The cars down there are ridiculously expensive. Basically, the original owner of the garage is the father of David, who now runs the garage. And the father, he's in his late 80s, and he still tries to buy and sell a few things. And he buys them for nothing, and he puts insane margins on there, and they just sit there forever. So a car that's, there's a little Fiesta down there. Well, there's that X-Type Jag Estate. Now that car owes him about 600 or 700 quid. And the retail price on that car should be like 23.95, 24.95, something like that. Plenty of margin in there. No, he had it up at 49.95. I think it's down to 39.95. It's been there about 3 years, and it will be there forevermore at those prices. So I wanted that little sales place down there, but again, he's got stupid ideas on price, and he wanted, for that little row of cars, he wanted something daft, like he wanted 500 quid a week off me or something stupid like that. So, he's a lovely guy, Scottish guy, lovely guy, but you can't deal with him. He's just got crazy ideas on price. Whereas David, the son, you can deal with him very happily. I think that's why Mustard wolfs down his lunches. Goes back to the old days when you didn't have a meal to eat for days, so you gorge it down. Elongating was a middle class way of eating. Correct, Peter P, the price is the issue on those cars. Piss off, Boaty, you don't drink water on the live, says Ross. That is because that is a short period of time. If you remember, I said if you're on a session. So if I'm on a whole evening with friends or drinking, then you'll see that I do alternate water and wine. In a 1 hour live stream session after work, when you're going to be going to sleep, you don't need to worry about it. You're not going to be drinking that much. If you get a hangover after drinking 3/4 of a bottle of wine, then there's something wrong with you. Right, I'll tell you what, before we do the beans, darlings, let's attend to the beef and the potatoes, shall we? I think it's time for the first turn, so take your implements. Let me point you down. Oh, that is smelling really, really good. Okay, we'll just flip our spuds. Oh, absolutely lovely. Oh, gorgeous. Pop those back in. I'll keep half an eye on the time. Back to me. Thank you. Right. Good afternoon all, I'm having a lurk, says Matron. Hello Matron. Just tonic water and vodka. You'll not be having a sale now, will you? Exactly, Stu. Matron's recovered, that's good. Right, let's prep our beans, shall we? Let's get that little job out of the way. Now then, I'll do half the packet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I do 6, that leaves 6. There we are. So, first job, give them a wet. There we go. And just with careful approbation, where's my little knife? There we go, that's one side, and then equal them all up. No point in doing them individually. You can do them all at once. Bosh, done. Throw these away. Lovely. And then we'll, oh Ross, bless you. Oh, Pepper Fund. Oh, thank you so much. That is super kind. That is super kind. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate that. What was I going to do then? Oh, we need to cut our beans, don't we? Oh no, I know what I was going to do. Oh, shall I? What time is it? Yeah, let's do the beans, and then they're done, aren't they? Is it time to put? Not quite. I'll give it 10 minutes before Mr. Shallot goes in. Hey. If I told you that I love you, would you suck my plum? There we go. Nearly done, darlings. Let's just put the heat on there. If you didn't see, I did refill the saucepan bath with some fresh, moist water. There we go. Last one. Done. And these are stringless beans, darling, so no need to worry about stringing them. Excellent. That's that done. So that's that ready. Let's keep an eye on the oven stuff. Keep an eye on your beef. It's very generous, Ross. There's no only about it. I'm sure it's going to be a very windy live stream from Windy Bottom tonight, and I'm not talking about the weather, says Richard. Okay, so I've got the heat on there, my beans are done. Yorkshire puddings, we don't need to worry about that, that's easy. I'm cheating. Right, quick puff, and then we'll be pretty much getting to action stations, I think, darlings. Bloody hell. I can't believe I've booked Snowdonia again. It's going to throw it down both days. Mind you, I also can't believe that I'm Welsh and I'm saying that I can't believe it's going to be raining in Wales. We'll have fun. We'll have fun. We'll go to the pub. We'll go. I might go for a walk in the rain. Oh God, and we're going in convertible as well, aren't we? Assuming I take Yvette carte blanche. And I keep being told the rule is that it's hood down no matter what the weather. Look at that. The one thing I can definitely confirm is that after the undoubted triumph of Neil and Sophie's heated lunchbox device, I'm going to be repeating that. What is this? Asks Dirk. Well, if you've just joined us, welcome to the Boaty's World Sunday Lunch Community Livestream with me, Boaty, and the Bogs, Boaty's old geezers and gals, the wonderful, fantastic Boaty's World community. Christ, it's cold out there. And what we're doing today is we are preparing a delicious Sunday lunch. Well, I am, and some of the people watching are as well. And we're just hanging out together and spending some time and having a joyful element of Sunday. Move to Australia and become a millionaire quicker. Yeah, the currency. This randomly popped into my algorithm, says Dirk. First time here. Should I apologise for randomly popping into somebody's algorithm uninvited? Is that the kind of thing that Greg Wallace would get cancelled for? Oh, that Greg Wallace, he popped into my algorithm uninvited, made me feel right uncomfortable. Sack him immediately. Welcome, Dirk, says Matron. Run for your life, Dirk, says Diane Sturdy. What are you doing on your day off tomorrow, asked Carol C. The yard with mustard? I don't know. I don't know. I had thought that I'm not planning anything major because I've booked for Snowdonia next week. So, you know, I can't really spend any money because all the funds need to be, I can't, you know, God knows how I'm going to do it. I had a mad thought that I thought, there are a load of comments on the Crossroads of Life video saying, look, the restaurant aren't paying you enough, they should do this, that and the other, and you should put yourself first. So I had this thought, I thought, fuck it, I'll just book Snowdonia and I'll tell them they're paying for it. I might just do that. You're paying for this. I've had no holiday pay for 8 years. You're paying for hand over 100 quid. Yeah, so plans for tomorrow. I had thought I might go to Peak Village and have a look for a pair of work shoes because my work shoes are knackered. It's like walking in bare feet. The soles are just worn out. So I could really do with a new pair. It's knackering my feet up. Peak Village is an outlet, little retail outlet park. You know the kind of thing. Some of you will have been there. It's in Roseley, not far from Chatsworth. And I thought I could pop into Chatsworth Farm Shop and top up my horseradish because I realised that I'm pretty much out of horseradish. What else? I'm just chilling out really. See what the weather's like. Maybe do something with the cars. You know, I need to start prepping Yvette carte blanche for the road trip if she's going. But nothing major planned. You guys should be tying Dirk to the chair, not telling him to run away, scolds Matron. Simone is with us, Simone Nyman, channel member now, bless. Good afternoon and good afternoon to you. Thanks everyone, says Dirk. Matron, that sounds like a good name for Boaty's next car. Are you looking forward to seeing what mustard has swapped Boo for? Yes, I am. I am indeed. Spaceology, says Andrew. If you want something, you write it down on a piece of paper, wish really hard, face backwards to space, and throw the paper with your wish into space. Okay, so I take a piece of paper, I write down something I want, Carol Ann. There we go. What do I do then? Oh, I wish really, really, really hard. Okay. Face backwards to space and throw the paper with your wish into space. Okay, well, I'll open the door. Okay, I will wish really, really, really hard. Really wishing hard here, guys. And then I throw the, can I open my eyes now? And then I throw the paper backwards into space. Boom, done. Ah. Well, that'll be something to look forward to then, won't it? I didn't know I could do that. I thought I had to wait until I went underneath the railway bridge and a train went over. And then I could make a wish and it would definitely come true. I had no idea I could do that. So thank you, Andrew. And I look forward to that coming true very soon. Right, let's keep an eye on our... Oh, I tell you what. This is... Oh. Right, now it's the prod test time. That's done. That is done. Ooh. God. Right, come in. Oh. There we go. Just double check. Yep, that is done. Now look at this. So we'll flip the potatoes. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. We'll pop in the shallot. Spin that all around. Fantastic. Okay, so heat's on for the beans. We'll pop these back into the oven and we'll tweak the oven up a bit now. And the beef can just rest there. Right, back to me, please. Thank you. Mustard does have a new coffee machine, says Pete. Does he? Ah. Tom is just about to drink a bottle of MD 2020 to try and get rid of this hangover. I don't know what that is. Oh, black t-shirt, says Kelsey. Yeah, that was something else I was going to do tomorrow, wasn't it? I was going to crack up the, spark up the computer and finally get round to doing the merch store. Yeah, I did promise to do that, didn't I? So that's something I could do. It only works at night, Boaty. Brilliant, now you tell me. All right, well, I've still got the paper. I'll do it again tonight. If it works out for you, Boaty, you can call me Daguru. I will. I think a Rover 800 Sterling Coupe would be a good candidate for the name Dirk Benedict, if Boaty can find one. And yeah, Matron doesn't know what a Rover 25 is, or a Rover 42, or a Rover 45. Right. Let me just check my analytics, because I haven't done it for an hour, and I get, 901 views on last night's video. That's not bad. That's not bad. How many? Oh, 173 watch hours. That's good. 5 subscribers subscribed whilst watching it. That's nice. 65% of people watching it were subscribers. 35% were not. subscribed, and average view duration 11 minutes and 33 seconds. Oh, that's not too bad, is it? Right. Let's just jump onto this. Alright, there we are. Oh, I need to turn that down, don't I? Oh, balls, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to turn it down, not lock the screen. Oh. Where's the volume? That one in it. Here we are. Right, what I'm going to do, darlings, at 2 o'clock, I'm going to gift 5 channel memberships. So, if you're not already a channel member, make sure you've got your doings switched to accept gifts, and then you'll be in with a chance of copying for one. I used to have a purple Tomcat, says Tom. Wasn't the Rover Sterling a Honda? Asked Dirk. Well, yeah, it was, as Richard says, it was a partnership. And Tom's looking to buy another if anyone knows of one for sale. I know that one of the nicest ones I've ever seen lives near the restaurant, but it's not for sale, but it's a stunning example. Finally got dressed. Well done, Stu, says Stu. Oh, and Tom's only 30. God, he's a fetus. 30 years old, my God. Oh, the rain has eased to a mild and moderate monsoon. That's nice. Bloody hell, how much water is up on that roof? If you can hear that, that is the sound of roof water splashing onto Bob, the inexpertly constructed Palace of Motory Delight. And I'm impressed I can still remember that name after 2 years. God, is it 2 years since I inexpertly constructed Bob? Doesn't time fly? Oh God, that smell of the beef is driving me insane. I want to be 30 again, says Dirk. I feel about 80 at the moment, says Tom. Oh dear. Fingers crossed for Andrew. Yes, totally, totally. Genuinely watching these videos and seeing how getting on, it's really uplifting. Oh good, I'm glad. I'd like to be 40 again, says Dirk. I would genuinely love, says Richard, an Austin Maestro or Montego in Vanden Plas spec in Moonraker blue with the grey leather interior. Oh. Good shout. Good shout. Right. There's our horseradish receptacle. Let's scrape out let's scrape out what we've got left to work with, shall we? Oh, we're okay. There's going to be a goodly portion here, don't you worry. It is going to finish the jar off, so a visit to Chatsworth is definitely needed. Yeah, we've got a full portion here, darling, so don't worry. Don't worry. You don't need to contact the Red Cross. I am not going to be going short of horseradish. And this is, let me assure you, this is the daddy of horseradishes. If you're wondering about plate warming, I've got the plate warming on the oven. I'm not an amateur. Oh, lovely. Oh. Oh. Strong stuff, darlings. I know I'm putting an empty jar back into the fridge. That is my OCD. There would be an empty space otherwise. Couldn't cope with that. Lovely. Lovely. I wonder how Carol's getting on spinning netty around the Leisure Peninsula. Oh, my love, my darling, I'd love to take you up the Leisure Peninsula. A long, lonely time. How are we doing for time? 2 minutes to 2. We're not doing too badly, darlings. We're not as far behind as I normally am at this point. Oh, now we're talking about maestros and Montegos. I had an Austin Maestro many years ago. It was like driving a rusty tank. The lack of power steering made my arm muscles bigger. Excuse me. What was I going to say then? Oh, I owned an Austin Maestro once. Now, going back to fiance number 2, I think, the lovely Sasha. Sasha failed her driving test about 643 times, and she was getting a bit fed up of it. So I said, look, I will teach you and you will pass. I said, you will hate me, but you will pass your driving test. And so I bought her a car, which was an Austin Maestro. I fitted a second interior mirror, and anywhere we went, she drove and I instructed. And she did hate me, but she did pass her driving test perfectly the very next time that she tried. And that became her car. For a while, until I made money. My car at that time was a Citroen BX19 GTI. Right, what was I going to do? Oh yes, I was going to flip these, wasn't I? Look down, darlings. Okay, so mustard, horseradish, sorry, that's there, that's ready to go. And then we've got, oh, look at that. The tinkle is just starting to pop out. You can just see it's very slightly proud there. Spin the spuds. Happy days. Pop those back in. Okay, Yorkshire puddings, darling. No, stay there for a moment. Oh, I said I was going to get some memberships at 2 o'clock, didn't I? Right, it is now 2 o'clock. Back to me. Thank you. Okay, right, here we go then. Membership gifting. Fingers crossed for our mate Andrew. Please let it be Andrew. Oh, I should have done a wish thing, shouldn't I? But yeah, priorities and all that. Andrew, as much as I want you to have a channel membership, you're slightly lower in the list than the wish I made. Right, here we go. Membership gifting. Right, here we go then. Membership gifting about to happen. 3, 2, 1, boom. And they go to Mark P, Jose Fantasticville, High Priestess, Chris T, and Barry Scrotter. Oh no, not Andrew again. What is it? What's going on with poor old Andrew? Oh, I don't understand. I just genuinely don't understand why he's on every single live stream, he watches every single video. Why is he not getting one of these memberships? I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Oh. Oh, what a shame. I'm gutted. I am gutted. A long, lonely time. And time. Little bit of beef juice here that I will just add to. Goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? Okay, let's get back to it. Andrew is well and truly lodged in the innermost scrotum. He is, but I'd love his name to be in green. I would love his name to be in green. Oh well. Oh well. We keep trying, don't we, darlings? I've checked the doing, says Andrew. Accept gifts is on. Well, not to worry. Congratulations to the new members of the inner scrotum. Oh, Andrew, I don't understand how you're going to get one of these. Okay, Yorkshire puddings, darlings. Again, I say this every time. If I was cooking for guests, if you lot were coming round for lunch, I would make my own Yorkshire puddings. When it's just me, I don't bother. These are Sainsbury's. These are fresh. They're in the fresh counter by the meat. They're better than the frozen ones, but because, you know, I do freeze them. So I buy them fresh and I freeze them, and they're perfectly good, darlings. Don't buy those awful frozen ones. Do cheat. I'm a big fan of cheating when appropriate, but don't buy the awful frozen ones. We're gonna have 2 of those. Pop those out there, and then when I get the beans in, I'm gonna sample the beef. Okay, so Yorkshire puds are ready. The plate is warming. We've got our horseradish done and dusted, kippers and custard. That should be in there. We'll top up our drink. I need to go for a wee. You know, it's a weird thing. This is genuinely something I've thought about. Obviously, I make some videos available to channel members only. And because at the end of the day, they're supporting me, they're supporting the channel, and, you know, I need to show my gratitude in some way and give them, you know, give them a little perk, because, you know, that's what you do. And I would genuinely love to do a members only live stream one night a week and make it a bit different somehow. And I've never done it because of Andrew, because I can't bear the thought of Andrew, Ivor Spotty Boaty. He's been supporting these live streams forever, forever. And there's no way I could do one that excluded him from it. So that's why I've never done that. Otherwise, once a week there would be a channel member only live stream, and I would make it a bit different. And what's Boaty drinking, asked Simone. Vimto. Vimto. No added sugar. The drink of champions. Unless it's after 11 o'clock at night, in which case dry white wine or well-iced vodka and tonic is the drink of champions. Right, let's have a look at those. Okay, they're grand. I'm going to finish off my cigarette, then we're going to bang the beans in, and we are... and we're almost done, we're almost ready to eat. God, time has flown, hasn't it, darlings? We've already been going for, God, 2 hours. 2 hours and 9 minutes we've been going. Bloody hell. You see, I can never be with you guys for long enough. Right, oh God. There's still a bit too much weather about out there. Right, darlings, I'm going to bung the beans in. Here we go. Bosh. The beans are in. I'm going to whiz upstairs for a wee. No, I'm not doing it, Andrew. I'm not doing it if it excludes you. Not happening. Steve's nipping to the shops. Enjoy your meal, Boaty. I will do, thank you. Right, just nip into the loo, darlings. backstory later. Hello, darlings. Right. Don't know why I've just done that. I washed them upstairs. Oh, bless you, Andrew. Right, little note on memberships. If anybody, I've said this before, I don't want any, right. No, I don't want anybody missing out on anything simply because they're skint, right? So if you choose not to be a channel member, fine, absolutely fine. There's no compunction. If the only reason you're not a channel member is because you're skint, then I totally get that, and just contact me privately, nobody has to know, and I will send you the money so that you can become a channel member. I don't want anybody missing out on anything because the channel membership thing is a deal breaker for them financially. So if anybody's in that situation, just contact me. I'll ping you the money. Not a problem. Not a problem. I hate the idea of anybody missing out. Right, it is time, darlings. It is time to check on the beef. The beef. Right. Pardon fingers, they are clean. Here we go. Oh. And then we go for a different angle of attack. Right. Right, so we're on the outer edge, so it will obviously become rarer and more succulent as we go in, but, okay, it will get rarer as we go in, but there you go, that's medium rare, and as we go further in, it will become rare. Right, now the taste test. Nothing wrong with that, my love. Oh, that is delicious. One more for luck. Bosh. Okay. That can go into the fridge, and I will carve that later into another couple of portions for another day. That bit needs eating. Oh, that is so good. Yep. What's that? Oh, it's my arm. There we go. Not quite as rare as I would have liked it. That is, yeah, that's more medium rare than rare, but it is delicious. Boaty, I can't link PayPal to my expired card. Once I get a new card and link to PayPal, all should be good. Andrew, what about this? I'll ping you my card details. Use my card. I trust you. Oh. I'm going to eat all of this before I start plating up. Too good. Right. Spin the spuds for one last time. Chuck the Yorkie puts in there. Oh, gravy, gravy. Again, I'm cheating. I'm not proud, but neither am I ashamed. Again, if you lot were coming around for lunch, if I had guests, if I was having a dinner party, I'm going to make the gravy. Okay? I'm on my own, it's just me, can't be asked, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to have to eat more of this bloody beef. It's too good. It's too good. Oh, so juicy. Oh, that is, oh. That is too delicious. See, I'm going to eat all of it. I can't help myself. What am I doing? Gravy. Yeah, I'm going to cheat. So, I can make a beautiful gravy. When I'm on my own, I can't be asked. All right? Am I lazy? Maybe. You know, weekends are the hardest time at work for me, so I cheat when I can. So I am using Bisto, the good stuff, and you know, don't be afraid when you're cheating with stuff. Don't be afraid to bugger about with it a bit. So I will improve that gravy by adding some wine. And I will also add just the last little bit of horseradish in there as well. And some Percival pepper. Oh, splash of wine. There you go. That will make it a little bit nicer. I can't help it. I can't help it. I won't eat any more, I promise. Oh God, that's so good. Oh, Diane. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much, Diane. That's very kind, very generous. Oh, for Andrew's membership. Oh, bless you. Tricia says, oh, sorry, that's so good. Right, we did okay, haven't we? I've got Yorkshire puddings are in, blah, 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 plate warming, blah, 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 beans are beaning. Yeah, we're all good. Tricia's off to cook for us dinner. Paul is still watching. Oh, enjoy your roast, Paul. Thank you, Diane. Really appreciate that. Boaty, says Simone. You are much more interesting than that Boaty food guide channel. I don't know how he has so many subscribers. He's as boring to watch as a dead frozen squirrel in a heap of leaves. I mentioned this before. He popped up on my algorithm and it was a video he made about being an alcoholic and how it was ruining his life. So I thought, and I watched a little bit, but I thought, all right, massive channel, you know, tens of thousands of subscribers or hundreds of thousands, I can't remember. Massive channel. So I thought, right, I'll have a look at one of your videos. And I thought, well, this is a bit crap. You're not the best presenter in the world. It's not terribly well edited. And I just thought, but there you go. I think, to be honest, some channels you can see, you just think, right, you're a really well done channel. You know, it's obvious, no wonder you're successful. Some of them, I think that they started at the right time. There's so much competition now on YouTube that it's so much more difficult to get found for people to find you. Whereas if you started YouTubing a few years back, it used to be a lot easier from what I'm told. Plus, if you've been around for 10 or 12 years, like Hubnut or somebody, then, and you went all through those, the high points of YouTube from a content creator's point of view, then you will pick up a massive channel. Remember, I've not been going that long. And I started at a time when the world and his wife have got a bloody YouTube channel, so. But that's still very kind of you to say. Oh, and hello to Jose Fantastic Feel, now a channel member. So thank you for being with us. Right, we're almost good to go, darlings, aren't we? I've been for my wee, I've got my drink. Beans, yeah, just check that. Oh, the little shallot tinkle is poking out, my loves. That's the sign that we're ready to eat. Okie dokie, pig and a pokey. Here we go. Let's just check the beans. Oh, that water is hot. Funny thing about boiling water, it tends to be hot. Maybe 30 seconds more. I'm late. What have I missed? Asked Paul. Oh, all the usual nonsense. I used to enjoy Hubnut when he did car reviews, says Richard, but now I can't watch his channel. It's always the same bloody content about Bob the Bolingo in his private life. Things change. Things change. And not everybody will be happy with the changes. People's circumstances in life change as well, don't they? Right. We'll plate up the beef. Oh, you can't see. There we go. Oh. Mmm. Right. Drain the beans. Now, on previous Sunday lunches, I've chopped the beans with butter and black pepper, and that's what I tend to do with chicken. With roast beef, I leave them as they are. So, pardon me while I just whiz over here. Lovely. Oh, might as well pop that straight into soak. Okay, darling, so we've got hold on. Come to here, better. Turn around. There you go. So we've got our beef, horseradish, roast potatoes, roast shallot, Yorkshire puddings. Oh, I'll pop you down. There we go. Then we will add the beans. You don't get this on Hubnut. There we go. And then last, and probably least, bit of gravy. Bisto. With the wine and pepper and whatever else we bunged in there. What did I bung in? Oh, bit of horseradish, wasn't it? That's right. Let's try it. Oh, I say. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, my life. Oh, that's lovely. Ah. Just the meat slurping it. Okay, that's. The charger's fallen out of the plate. Yeah. Okay. And then just finishing touch. There you go, darlings. There you go. Ooh. So you've got roast beef, medium to rare, roast shallot, Yorkshire puddings, roast potatoes, fresh green beans, strong horseradish. Bugger off with the mint sauce. Right, we'd better eat it. Are you about in the middle? There we go, that's about right, isn't it? I could just drink this gravy. Nice freshly laundered napkin that is now dry. Oh, pardon me, sniffing. We're going for the Arthur Price International King's pattern, complete with a nicely shaped steak knife. I love these. Is there anything worse than cheap cutlery? Right, don't forget the meat. Oh, excuse me. Right, let's dive in. Great looking meal, thank you. Very artistic, posh notch. Thank you, everybody. Well, watching your live stream, I've had a large erection, says Alan Simpson. Right, we'll go for, initially, we'll go for a bit of beef, a bit of horseradish, and just a bit of gravy. I might not even bother pretending to try to talk. I might just eat this. I know that's rude, but she's rather good, darlings. Rather good. Who won the F1, by the way? Yeah, it's definitely better than the wooden knife I was given. Oh, and Stu has gone for bird's eye fish fillet in batter rather than the sausage sandwich. And he's going for a dash of mayo. Well, how very you for him. I tell you what, we'll take Mr. Shallot's tinkle. We'll take a bit of Yorkshire pud, a goodly dollop of the fantastic horseradish, Oh, Emma's here. Hello, Emma. Glad you made it. Exactly. How dare you be out having a life? I can tell you, darlings, this beef is just utterly magnificent and not too much of a financial indulgence. That joint of beef was £6 and I will get 3 meals out of it, so £2 a meal. Can't moan too much, can you? Oh, well, the little tinkle has just popped out, and when a tinkle pops out, you're very rude if you don't eat it. And I wouldn't want anybody thinking I was rude. I tell you what, you have to go some, don't you, to beat just a roast beef Sunday lunch. There's not much about that beats it. Where did you buy the meat? Asked the man. Sainsbury's. It's it's a Sainsbury's extra lean mini beef joint, roasting joint, £6. No waste, no fat on it at all. And they tend to be, touch wood, I've never had a bad one. Just thinking, I've never had any of you lot for Sunday lunch, have I? I don't mean eating you, I mean having the pleasure of your company. I've done suppers with you lot, I've done meticulously planned breakfasts, but I've never done a Sunday lunch with any of you. I've eaten Sunday lunch with some of you, but that was out and about, not actually home cooked. So that's on the list for next year, Sunday lunch with you guys. I'll put a massive table in the Airbnb and we'll all have to meet up. So just to warn you, this week, I'm afraid you're all going to have to suffer more road trip planning. And I'm going to have to factor in the fact that apparently it's going to be pissing down on both days. Oh well. I'm with you, Alan. The planning is a lot of the fun. Oh, and matron's in our planning club as well. Maybe I'll have to find some things to do indoors as a contingency measure. Is Sean back from Tenerife? No, he's only just gone. Oh, hang on. I'm getting on. I can't remember the bloody timeline now. I can't remember when he went and when he's back in. I can't remember what the real time and the YouTube times were. Oh, maybe he is back. I'm trying to remember how far away his YouTube channel's episodes were to real life. So I think on YouTube he's out there today, but maybe he was coming back today. He sent me a thing saying he was at 35,000 feet this morning, so maybe it was today he flew back. I get confused. It's like going to a different time zone looking at somebody's YouTube video. It's like the other day, I watched Emma's Vlogmas video. And she was choosing my Christmas card and writing it. So of course, in your mind, that's happening today, isn't it? And then the bloody card arrived 2 hours later. So you think, well, that was quick. And the other thing, of course, is that you don't want to put out spoilers on other people's content. So if you know that somebody's doing something because you're friends, you can't really talk about it because it spoils what they're trying to, it spoils the timeline that they're putting out on their own channel, if that makes sense. It's like, you know, when we talk in the Mary Huff management chat, we all know what's happening with each other and our channels and what's happening in the future and whatnot, but we don't talk about it because you can't put out those spoilers. Right, big push for the final forkful. This has been fabulous. That was utterly delicious. The video you made with him when he had that mad day when he was eating 8 chicken meals came up on my feed today. It was very funny. It really was. It really was. He, oh God. He rang in at about midnight with that and he had me in bits. Is there dessert? There isn't, I'm afraid, Simone. I am not a dessert person. I'm sorry. If you were here and you were a dessert person, I would get you a dessert. I don't know what it would be because I don't know how to make dessert. I know what I'd give you. I know what I'd give you. I would give you gulab jamun with ice cream. And I'd bring it from work. Wouldn't cost me a penny. I'm definitely not going to lick the plate, just to be clear. No plate licking going on currently. Right, and just to be clear, no plates were licked during the making of this live stream. That was utterly, utterly delicious. I hope that you enjoyed it too. Gulab jamun, says Stu. Is that a syrupy dish, says Simone? There is some syrup involved, yes. Macon says, I thought Boaty was actually Hubnut. He tries to throw us off the scent by making little digs, but we know the truth. You never see the pair of them together in the same room, do you? Well, that is true. That is true. Has anybody ever seen me and Hubnut in the same room? Actually, let me have a look at the Sean's chat. I'm intrigued now. I won't tell you, I won't spoil it. I just want to see for... Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, I am so full and happy. Yes, it's the middle of the afternoon and I'm wearing my slippers. I don't care. Oh, dear. Will you be licking the plate like I would never lick the plate. Is mustard Miss Hubnut? Oh dear. For dessert you'll be taking up the chocolate ganache. uh, my cats were watching you lick that plate, Boaty. I did not lick the plate. I deny it. You didn't see it. It didn't happen. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Oh. You see, we were talking earlier about, taking joy from things. Well, that wasn't an expensive meal. Probably £3 or £4 all in. Dead easy to make. Most of it's cheating. And yet, you feel you've eaten like a king. Oh, absolutely delicious. Oh, it was on camera. Oh God, was it? Was it on camera? Little Lemon was asking if we can hang off that long wire up the mountain with Jason again. I approve of the slippers. I live in lounge pants at this time of year. Yeah, we can definitely go and hang off that wire up the mountain again. Definitely. Are you leaving the live stream running when you go to work? Would you like me to, or are you fed up with that? I will do if you want me to, but if you're all a bit fed up with it now, if the novelty is gone. Oh, he means Gully's chairlifts. Ah, best things ever. I love Gully's, and the chairlifts are the best thing about it. Closely followed by the Happy Haddock. If any of you have got children in your life, young children, go to Gulliver's Kingdom. And if you haven't got young children in your life, borrow somebody else's. But get your asses to Gully's. It's a magical place. It's crap, but it's magically crap. I think it is anyway. Oh. Pardon me. Who's doing the washing up then? I cooked, I shouldn't have to do the washing up. One of you lot can do it. Still raining, by the way. I knew a girl from a lonely street, cold as ice cream but still as sweet. Dry your eyes, Sunday girl. Oh. Oh God, I've got to go to work, haven't I? What a way to spoil a Sunday. I mean, really, after a Sunday like that, what you should really be doing is popping to the boudoir for 40 winks with your lovely partner of choice. And then after the 39th wink, bit of afternoon delight. Oh, Simone is with us, hooked on classics. Jolly good. The lounge pant is a thing of beauty, says Alan. Leave it running. It's the best conversation we have without you. All right, I'll leave it running. Can we have the equivalent of the red chair in Graham Norton shows for errant trespassers? Oh, Debbie Harry, still got it. I'm happy to dip in and out to check on the doings and clear up periodically if everyone promises to take advantage of the ignore feature if there's someone trying to cause problems. Any idea what the bookings are like for tonight? Yes. Yeah, I checked them the night before. Although I've said that, I can't bloody remember now. Oh, I didn't tell you about last night, did I? I led up to telling you about it, and then I didn't tell you. I told you that on Friday night, I told you that we were overbooked on Saturday, and I had a rant about the staff not checking the bookings reservations diary properly when taking a booking, and basically we were overbooked last night. I had a party of 8, and I literally had nowhere to put them. And so normally, you can normally bet that a booking of 10 will become an actuality of 8. So there's almost always some drop-off, some wastage. And so we were hoping and praying for that last night. As it turned out, be careful what you wish for. We got too much. I got Samyog to confirm every single booking yesterday afternoon, to confirm the final numbers and to confirm the final time, and while doing that, to try and tweak the times so that we could get everybody in, you know. Everybody confirmed. Party at 12 didn't turn up. We confirmed them 2 hours before the booking, they didn't turn up. Not a word, not a sausage. A 12 became a 6, a 10 became a 5, an 8 became a 5. We ended up about 30 covers down on where we were booked to be. So what was going to be a crazy night but amazing for business turned out to be just a standardly busy Saturday night, and an easy one, because we ended up being overstaffed last night. So it was an easy night. The restaurant was cleared by, the last customers left the restaurant at about 9:45. And with the number of staff that we had, everything was almost all done. And at 10 o'clock, everybody was sitting down for their staff meal. Really dead easy night. I'll do the washing up. I love it, says Jimmy F. Good man, thank you for that. If you cook a Boaty's World Community Sunday lunch, I'll happily wash up, says Alan. Okay. Is the restaurant getting busier towards Christmas? Yes, is the quick and easy answer to that. Christmas party doings, exactly. You should take deposits, says Stu. Well, what I'm doing now is I like to work on trust. The only thing I take deposits for are Christmas Day for bookings of 6 people or over. But what I'm doing now is that I've got a shame list. So if anybody, a couple of people not turning up, that happens, understand that, can't worry about that. But if somebody a whole party doesn't turn up like last night with no notice, no nothing, then I'm putting their name and telephone number on a database, and should they book again, they will be charged a non-refundable deposit. Sharon, bless you. Oh, lovely Sharon has just sent us super sticker. Thank you very much. Oh, really appreciate that. Thank you. Right, what I'll do with the live stream, I'll do the same as previous ones. I won't just leave this one running because if there is an issue, I don't want this one being affected. This has been a nice Sunday lunch live stream. I don't want this to go anywhere. So I'll do what I normally do. We'll stop this one, have a bit of a break so we can all make a cup of tea or whatever, and then I'll start another one and I will leave that running all night while I'm at work. So I'll start it at like, I don't know, 3, 4 o'clock, something like that, before I go to work. And we'll finish it when I get back and then do the normal Sunday Night Live. I love the idea that you like these unmanned lives, that you have more fun without me. I'm just a pain in the arse. Get hedgy in the camera shot, Boaty. Oh, good. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be out of the window again, like the times before? I suppose that makes sense. 49 people watching. This is splendid. Emma has ordered some Yorkshire caramelised biscuit tea. The window's good, says Matron. Okay. Okay, right, I'll put you in the window again, darlings. I'll see if I can squeeze Hedgie in there. Oh, and how long have we been? God, we've been going for over 3 hours now. So I've really enjoyed today. I've come to love Sunday Lunch Lives. Really, really enjoyed it. Oh, it means we get action. There was a cab last week. Oh, was there? Oh, okay. Yeah, hedging on the windowsill, waiting for you to come home. Oh, I love this. I love that you guys go along with. Yeah, in the window, watching the rain when it's all cozy inside. I love that you love the unmanned lives and go along with it. So, right, well, at that point, I'm just gonna bugger off then, darlings, and I will see you back on the other live before too long. I'll set up the doings and whatnot. A massive thank you to my DJI gimbal for not dying on me every time I turn my back. It's been good as gold. It hasn't gone flippy floppy or floppy disky. So yeah, that hasn't misbehaved itself at all today. I'm very grateful to that for that. Thank you to those who sent super chats and super stickers and gifted membership. Really, really grateful for that. And welcome to all new channel members. Great lunch live, says Peter P. I've really enjoyed this one. I've really enjoyed it. I love these Sunday lunch lives. I really do. It's a bit of a different dynamic. We get some different people in. I really, really enjoy them. So thank you. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for watching me cook and eat my absolutely delicious roast beef. I know you're supposed to be humble, but it was bloody fantastic. It really was. So there we are. So you're going to have an unmanned live starting in a bit, and then we will do Sunday Night Live, 11 o'clock tonight, and we will see out the week together and welcome in the new one, won't we? So thank you for your company. Have a lovely rest of the day. Enjoy yourselves without me on the live stream, and I look forward to seeing you all 11 o'clock tonight, Sunday Night Live. All right, darlings, catch you later. And on that note, pachoo and a big roast beefy bosh.